All right, so here's the truth. Confidence doesn't come from one big moment or any external validation. Confidence is earned, and it starts with the promises that you keep to yourself and your willingness to get uncomfortable. Our brains are wired to stay safe. So anytime we come across an uncomfortable situation, our natural instinct is to avoid it. But the more you choose discomfort, the more your brain adapts, and that's where real confidence is built. And this doesn't happen overnight. Confidence is like a muscle. You gotta train it, stress it, and over time, it gets stronger. So today, I'm gonna be sharing 5 things that genuinely help me become more confident over time. And honestly, you might be surprised by the last one, so be sure to stick around till the end. The first thing that changed everything for me was keeping small promises to myself. Not huge goals, but honestly, the small, boring, and repetitive shit, like making my bed, writing stuff down, waking up at the same time every morning. Like for example, these past few months I've been trying to bulk, and for me to see if I'm actually making any progress, I gotta write everything down. I gotta record my weight, my calories, my protein, my sets and reps in the gym. And I ain't gonna lie, man, that shit felt so boring and repetitive, but through that repetition, I actually saw progress. Within 1 month, I gained 10 pounds, my lift started to go up, and I was also just proving to myself that I could fucking stay consistent. And when you see your work starting to pay off, your self-trust goes up and you start developing real confidence. My second point, doing hard things even when you don't feel like it. A classic example is asking someone out. Your brain automatically jumps to worst case scenario, when in reality, the worst that could happen is she says no, you move on with your life. Our mind hates discomfort, so we come up with excuses to avoid that feeling. But once you actually do the thing, you realize that it's not as bad as you imagined. In fact, if anything, it's making you stronger. Same thing with the gym, man. I wake up 5:30 a.m. every morning to get a workout in. Do I like waking up that early? No, but I don't know what the rest of the day is gonna bring. If I wait to work out until after work, there's always gonna be more excuses. Low energy, low motivation, tired, bad day. So I just make the harder decision and wake up early. And the confidence comes from keeping that commitment. Plus, as a bonus, now when I come home from work, I got time for other shit like cooking or building new content ideas. Here's another example. When I moved to a new city and didn't know anyone, I forced myself to go out alone and talk to strangers, because I knew that if I stayed in and didn't even make an attempt to put myself out there, I wouldn't have made any friends here. Literally all I did was go to a bar, turn to the person next to me and be like, hey, what are you drinking? And just start a conversation from there. And I ain't gonna lie, man, going out by myself and talking to strangers felt so uncomfortable, but ultimately that discomfort helped me become more confident in my social skills. All right, moving on to my third point. I believe one of the biggest things that you can do to improve your self-confidence is investing in yourself. For me, that started with the gym. Training consistently helped me feel more disciplined, stronger, and more grounded. Once I had that foundation, I put more effort into how I take care of myself in terms of grooming, skincare, and styling. So I've been wanting to upgrade my style for a little bit, but honestly, I wasn't sure what style would look good on me. So I personally invested in a stylist. And let me tell you, this dude gave me a solid upgrade. I feel way better about the way I dress now, feel more put together, and I genuinely walk with more purpose. And a quick side note, as a dentist, I'ma say, taking care of your teeth really matters. A clean, healthy smile goes a long way. Bringing me to my fourth point, build confidence through reps in real life. When I first started dental school, I did not know what the I was doing. I honestly took a leap of faith entering the dental profession, and obviously I couldn't say that during the interviews. But yeah, straight up, I shadowed a dentist for a couple of days. I was like, okay, I could probably do this, and the rest was history. So when I actually entered dental school, I was always put in uncomfortable situations. All my classmates had way more experience than I did. I genuinely did not know what I was doing, and it also just took me a lot longer to learn all the material. Bro, like talking to patients, explaining procedures like I actually knew what I was talking about, handling dental emergencies. Bro, like I feel like I was under pressure every single day, especially during residency when I had to make decisions on the spot. As the only dentist in the emergency room, bro, I thought I was gonna die. But you start to realize that there's no time to overthink. You're responsible for this person and you gotta do whatever you think is best. At the end of the day, you just gotta go with your gut feeling. So these reps under pressure really helped me build my confidence. It showed me that I could think, communicate, and perform when it really mattered. And looking back, man, all that discomfort was worth it. I've changed patients' lives for the better, and there's no better feeling than restoring a person's smile, especially when it involves their front tooth. And that confidence didn't just stay in the clinic. It translated into everything else, like work, social situations, life. And the last thing that actually helped me become more confident was creating content. I mean, let's be real. Our mind is our biggest enemy, and we always feel like we're being judged by others when in reality, no one really gives a Everyone's too busy focused on themselves. When I first started posting content, man, I overthought everything. How I looked, how I sounded, what other people would think. And on top of that, just talking to a camera was awkward as hell. But once I did it anyway, I just became more used to it. I built self-trust and over time felt more comfortable. And now if I have an idea for a piece of content, I don't even think twice. I just take my camera out and start recording. And that's it, guys. Thanks for sticking through. Building confidence is a journey, and it's still something that I'm practicing every day. It starts from the inside with the promises that you keep to yourself. And from there, upgrades like going to the gym, showing up, taking care of yourself, dressing with intention, things like that only amplifies it. And if you ever need help along the way, there's absolutely nothing wrong with investing in a personal coach or a mentor. We're only human, and we don't have to figure out everything by ourselves. If this helped you, leave a like, drop a comment, and hit that subscribe button. And if there's a topic you want me to cover regarding confidence, self-development, or dentistry, let me know below. Peace.